You're welcome once again to another class on algebra. Today's class, we're going to look at how to add and subtract algebraic fractions. But in the last class, I gave you a question to solve or to practice on function of bracket. Remember, 3x squared minus y squared, all in bracket, squared. You are meant to expand that for me. I hope many of you attempted to do that. Anyways, well, let's start to solve this or find the solution to this question. 3x squared minus y squared, all encarved in bracket, all squared. So this will be the solution to the problem. We write 3x squared minus y squared, all squared outside. What this means is that you write this expression twice. So you have 3x squared minus y squared, that's the first one. Then you have 3x squared minus y squared, that is the second one. So we now begin to expand, and from what we learned in the last class, you bring out the first part, 3x squared, you write the whole of the second part, 3x squared minus y squared, then you have to bring out the second part, minus y squared, 3x squared minus what? Y squared. What do we do next? Then we have to remove the brackets. So removing bracket, 3 times 3 will give us 9. X squared times x squared will give us x raised to power what? 4. Because this is 2 as the exponent there, that will give you 4. Then you have minus 3x squared y squared. Then you have minus 3x squared y squared. Now the last part, you have to be careful here. There's a minus in front of what is outside. So you have minus and minus. That will give you what? Plus. Then you can now multiply the exponent or add the exponent as the case may be, y4. So we have 9x4 minus 3x squared y squared minus 3x squared y squared plus y squared. So what do we do here? We simplify by collecting or grouping terms together. What are the terms we are grouping? We are grouping 9x4. Then you have what? 3x squared y squared minus 3x squared y squared. You can say these are the what? These are the like terms. So this will give us what? First of all, let's do y raised to power 4 coming with 9x4. Of course, you cannot add that because they are unlike. Then you have minus 3, which of course will give you minus 6. Not plus 6, minus 6. Then you can write the coefficient. That is the answer to the assignment I asked you to try. We are going to look at a new topic today, and that is how to add and subtract expressions that are algebra in fractions. So we have adding and subtracting algebraic fraction, algebraic fraction, addition and subtraction. So let's try an example on this. I have 7x over 5 plus 2x over 5. I'm asked what? Simplify 7x over 5 plus 2x over 5. This is pretty much simple, like the way we do normal fractions. So what am I going to do here? I have 7x plus 2x. Since we have a common denominator, the bottom number is 5 in both sides. So everything over what? 5. So my answer here becomes 9x over 5. I hope you understand this. We take the top part of the first, this top part of the second, and divide by the common denominator, and that will give us 9x over 5. Let's cite another example on this. Let's assume that the question says simplify 8x over 7 minus 5x over 4. Now this is a different case, different from the first one. In this case, I'll go back to what we know from primary school, that the denominator of 8x is 7. I know that. The denominator of 5x is 4. So I look for what? The LCM. The LCM of 7 and 4 is 7 times 4, which will give you 28. So you multiply through by what? The LCM. multiply each term through by the LCM. Multiply through by the LCM. That is by 28. What are we saying here? We're saying that you take 28, which is LCM, 28, use that to multiply 8x over 7. Then you have minus. You take the same 28, you use that to multiply 5x over 4. In doing that, you have 7, you have 4. 4 times 8 will give you 32x. The same vein here, you have 4, 7. 7 times 5 will give us 35 what? X. That's 7 times 5x. Now you can see that we can now what? Simplify this expression. So 32 minus 35 will give us minus what? Minus 3x. That will be the final answer. That is how to simplify algebraic expression using the LCM, and of course you can subtract as in example 1. I hope you've learned something today in today's episode of algebra, which is adding and subtracting by simplification of algebraic expression. Solve more questions in the next class. See you in the next class.